everybody, it's Ms.Salazar and welcome to Health Class. So, for today, we're going to talk about conflicts and how to resolve them. So, this is a reading that I have in my textbook. You guys don't have this, but you have a picture of it, so we're going to read it. It's called Friends and Conflict. Sometimes friends have a conflict. A conflict is when people do not agree. A friend may not share or wait her turn. Someone at school may not agree with something you say. A friend may take something that belongs to you. Have you ever had a conflict with a friend? I have. And it's okay to have a conflict with a friend. It's actually very normal and it happens all the time. There are ways to work out conflicts. If you work in a group, try to cooperate or work together. So, to cooperate means to work together, to work with the other person. A conflict is when people do not agree. You say one thing, I say another thing, or you believe one thing, I believe another thing. So, we can't really agree. We have a conflict. Let's see. Friends make wise decisions together to work out conflicts. Try to stay calm. Try not to yell or say mean things. If you just can't work it out, tell an adult. Remember, your friends and family are important to you. Exactly. So it happens, when you have a conflict with a friend or with a family member or with anyone really, it's really important for you to just try to stay calm. If you're too angry and you just want to yell and scream, it's best to just walk it off and calm down and then go back, okay? And then try to talk to that person. But if for some reason you can't talk to that person, then it's best to just talk to an adult and have that adult help you out and resolve that conflict. And remember, conflict is like saying that you have a problem. You have a conflict, you have a problem. That's when people do not agree. Cooperate means to work together. So this page is actually in your textbook. This is page 6 and 7. And here you have 4 steps that are going to help you resolve a conflict. And remember, a conflict is when two people do not agree with each other. So let's see. Step number 1 says stay calm. And as you can see here, we have a bubble or like a little cloud. And it says, I'll do jellyfish. Okay, so they're deciding what they're going to do, what they're going to draw. And both of them say, I'll do jellyfish. You see? This little thing is pointing towards her, and this little thing is pointing towards him. So they're both going to do jellyfish. They want to do jellyfish. They want to draw the jellyfish. And let's see. Step number 2 says, listen to the other person's side. Tell your side of the story. And it says, I already started. So he is telling her that he already started drawing his jellyfish. And then step number 3 says, talk about ways to work it out. Talk about ways to work things out, right? And she says, maybe we can both do jellyfish. And then he says, let's ask the teacher. So right now, they both want to do jellyfish. And they're not sure if both of them can do jellyfish at the same time. So they're working things out, they're talking it out, and they're asking an adult for help. That's why he's saying, let's ask the teacher. So let's ask her if we can both do jellyfish. And then step number 4 says, agree on a way to work things out. Ask an adult for help if you need it. Exactly. So if you're trying to work things out with your friend and it's not really working, it's best to go to an adult and have that person help you out. So this is your assessment. You're going to need your workbook, page 17 and 18, and your textbook, page 6 and 7, which is the page that we just talked about. It has the steps that will help you resolve a conflict. So there you go. This is page 17. This is page 18. Page 18, you can use it as a guide. Here you have a conflict, and it gives you the steps that helped resolve this conflict. So you can use this to help you work with this page, work with page 17. And in page 17, you're not going to be working in pairs, you're going to be working individually. And then we're going to discuss this and see if someone else thought about how you would resolve this conflict. So you have this conflict and you need to write your ideas about how are you going to resolve this? How are you going to work this out? And this is your conflict. It says, Becky wants to use the tape recorder to listen to a tape at school. Andrew wants to use the tape recorder too. There's only one tape recorder. Becky and Andrew have started to get angry and yell at each other. So think, how can I solve this conflict? Look at the steps on textbook page 6 and 7, the 4 steps on how to solve conflicts, and think, how can I solve this? How can I work this out? And then you're going to write down your ideas, right? So Becky wants to use the tape recorder. Andrew wants to use it too, but there's only one tape recorder, which means that only one person can use it at a time. So think, how can I solve this? And then you're going to write your ideas down, and we're going to discuss this page in science class. After we talked about the topic for science, we're going to take a little moment to discuss this page. And parents send page 17 to LMS in PDF, and that's about it. Bye, everybody.